been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the moss soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes are funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes are funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. You got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes are funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding me up. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mash me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Me up, drum me round in your red Ford, shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes are funny, my tongue tied up on it.
In career mode, City have won the lot. Rodri on the chance! Goal in the final by Rodri! Jude Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions. City FC are champions. Series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football. Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for live match dates. Manchester City versus Luton Town today. City take on the side who are down near the bottom of the Premier League table without a win in 4. City defeated to Aston Villa just a few days ago. But Rodri is back, and that's a big one, a big talking point, Rodri being back, because in the 5 games Rodri hasn't played for Manchester City this season, all games that Rodri hasn't played, we have lost. So 5 losses with Rodri not in the side. That tells you all you need to know, doesn't it, about how important Rodri is to Manchester City. It's good to be back doing these live streams again. City versus Luton Town today is going to be, I think, quite a good game. I expect a Manchester City win. We expect a Manchester City win, but considering the form that City are in, the performance we've put in against Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs, which I thought City played well, just didn't kill the game off and poor bad bits of defending. And then the performance against Aston Villa the day, where City couldn't create a single thing. Pep Guardiola has changed up the side quite drastically today in the starting 11. So Ederson will start in goal for Manchester City. There's a back 4 of captain Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake and Josh Gvardiol. Those are the 4 along the back line for City. Rodri and Mateo Kovacic partner together in the midfield too, with either Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden in front. Either could play on the right or through the centre. Foden, Alvarez and Grealish, the front 3 there. But it could be Foden in the hole, Bernardo on the right. We'll have to see the way Pep does it. Will Pep still go with a 3-5-1? How will City line up? We're not exactly sure in terms of formation. We know Pep likes to tinker with things, but that is how it's looking at the moment. As to the bench, Manchester City, Scott Carson on the bench with Stefan Ortega, Calvin Phillips, John Stones and Sergio Gomez. We also have Manu Akanji, Mateus Nunes, Oscar Bob and also Rico Lewis. Not the most exciting bench again for City. Not too many attacking options in there for City. As for Luton, they go with a 5-2-3 formation. Look at the 2 sides alongside each other. One big miss to Manchester City, of course, is Erling Haaland, who has picked up a stress fracture in his foot. Apparently, this could be quite a few weeks without Haaland, maybe a month without the Norwegian, which is a big miss for City, considering when we are struggling in front of goal. And the same goes for Jeremy Doku. He's going to be out for quite a while as well, it seems. Still not back, and yet no indication of when Jeremy Doku could be back. As for Luton, Kaminski starts and goes a back 5 of Doherty, Mengi ex-Manchester United. They've got Locklear the captain, Amari Bell and Giles the back 5. Marvellous Nakamba plays in the midfield alongside Ross Barkley, who's been in great form. But Ross Barkley, hasn't he, for Luton? Looked brilliant in that game against Arsenal and had a fantastic performance, where Luton, unfortunately, in the final few minutes, dropped points, lost all 3 points and a single point against Arsenal. It is Andros Townsend on the right, Brown on the left, and Adebayo, former Spurs youth player, through the middle. Adebayo, who didn't really look like he could ever be a quality player really at Spurs, but he's shown his quality at Luton, the Championship. I mean, Luton are expected to be relegated this season. I think we can all say that in their position, but you never know. But what they have done, which is something very interesting, is they've signed a lot of sort of the Championship's best players, Luton Town. I think in the idea that they'll go down and then come back up, and that seems to be the idea that they have. Manchester United also played yesterday, in case you missed that one. Manchester United losing 3-0 to Bournemouth. Should have been 4. It was a harsh handball given against them. But yeah, Manchester United losing 3-0 to AFC Bournemouth, which was great to see. As always, United shocking from them again. I mean, United fans, I mean, they're saying don't sack Ten Hag, but you know what? It's come to a situation a bit like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for United, where opposition fans are celebrating the fact that Ten Hag's in charge. I mean, I actually like it when United win a game now, because if they win a game, it means that Ten Hag's going to stay there a little bit longer, doesn't it? And the longer Ten Hag stays there, the less chance United ever have got of being good again. And it was the same with Ole, wasn't it? It was the same with Ole for United. They are really poor. So hopefully we're singing the blues. City win and United lose this weekend. United have already lost. It's City's turn now to go out and win. We're just under 10 minutes away from kick-off at Kenilworth Road, Luton Town. There has been some little bits shown of the dressing room on Sky Sports, of the dressing room, how small it is for Manchester City. And apparently Manchester City on a match day bring around 50 people with them And that means that it's going to be absolutely rammed in the small dressing room because it barely fits the players in. Apparently a lot of teams have asked for a separate room as well as that one, just to have a bit more space. Warren and Joel, 23, is here. City will win today. Come on, City, says Warren and Joel. Well, welcome. I hope you're right. City should win today. You can vote here in the live chat there. You can vote. There's a poll, a City win, a Luton Town win, or a draw. And you can also, if you want to, let us know in the comments here your predictions. What do you think the score's going to be? Is it going to be a 3-0 win for City? Is it going to be a 1-0 win for Luton? Is it going to be a 5-4? I don't know. You guys let us know in the comments down below. You can predict whatever you want. Whatever you think will be right, and we'll definitely give you a shout out at the end if you do get the score right. Not many get the score right, actually. It's a very difficult game, actually, predicting scores. I wouldn't be good at it myself. I don't think I'm someone who's got the quality to predict the scores and know what the results are going to be. But, you know, some people are very good at it. We have Ridai here in the channel who just returned after quite a while away. Ridai, he tends to get them very right. He tends to do really well with them. So, yeah, we'll have to see with that one. The game, like I said, is just under 10 minutes away from kick-off. What are going to be the key battles today for Manchester City and Luton? Where are the key areas? Well, I think Julian Alvarez, as we look at the two sides again in a bit of a bigger screen, Alvarez is going to have a tough game today, I think, because he's back at striker, which is nice to see. I don't think he's a midfielder. We've played him there in the absence of De Bruyne, but I think, you know, we need to play him alongside Haaland. I don't think he works in midfield. But one thing Alvarez is going to struggle with today is they're going to play a back five. Mengi, Locklear and Bell, the three, are going to play very tight together. That's going to be very difficult for Alvarez to find space in the box. And if City are looking for the cutbacks, they're going to have 3 or 4, 5 bodies in there. Think about Nakamba and Barkley as well. So that's going to be a big trouble for Alvarez today. I think he's going to really struggle to find space. I think key situations are the wide areas, which will be Grealish and Foden really getting at those wing-backs in Giles and Doherty. And then we're going to see, I think, probably Kovacic and Bernardo, it could be Foden in there, really pinned up against the back line to try and create that space. So if you think about it, City's front five are going to go straight up against the back five of Luton. So you'll see Grealish against Doherty, Kovacic against Mengi, Alvarez against Locklear, Bernardo against Bell and Foden against Giles. That's your 5 pin back there. Then they've all got man-to-man marking, which makes it difficult for Luton Town. That means they've got to drop maybe Nakamba, Barkley, who's not got the best defensive, I don't think, sort of capabilities compared to Nakamba. They've got to drop deep. And you got Nakamba and Barkley looking after Rodri and maybe another one in Diaz if he steps into midfield, Vardy, Ake. I don't know if City are going to do that today. And then you've still got the back three, and the 3 play narrow, so Town, it's very difficult to play against. Now, City just couldn't get it going against Aston Villa. We couldn't even link up any passes or anything. We'll have to see. Vellinger says, Haaland injury, yes. Unfortunately, Erling Haaland is going to be out for maybe a month for Manchester City. He has got a stress fracture in his foot, so that could be a long one out for Erling Haaland. He's hoping it's not going to be. But it's very, very likely that we're going to see maybe Erling Haaland out for around a month. I think it's an injury that happens regularly for Haaland, that stress fracture. The same goes with the ankle injury that he tends to pick up. So it's 2 recurring injuries for Haaland, and they're going to keep him out for the next few games. But what do you think are going to be the key battles today, guys? If you want us to know, let us know in the comments section where the key battle is going to be between Manchester City and Luton Town. Is it going to be Luton's, big man Adebayo up top? Is he going to cause problems for Diaz, who's not been the best of form? Nathan Ake back in there today, which is good to see. However, I was very disappointed in his performance against Spurs, where he came on in the final few minutes at the Etihad and lost out on a header to Kulusevski. Was absolutely bullied by Kulusevski there, which was a bit of a problem in my eyes. It was poor from Nathan Ake, and it's very weak defending. Vardiol, who's looked like he's been absolutely all over the place in the last few games for City. I mean, Vardiol's going to get the chance again at left back. I think he's obviously more of a centre back, Vardiol, and he's done interviews recently where he said, "Listen, I prefer to be a centre back. I'm not a full back," but he's played there. I mean, Luton sit in 18th place in the Premier League table. They're minus 14 goal difference, only 9 points after 15 games. Only 2 teams behind them in Sheffield and Burnley with 8, whereas Manchester City sit in 4th place in the Premier League table on 30 points, a plus goal difference of 19, but with 5 points off 3rd place Aston Villa, 6 off Arsenal, and with 7 points off 1st place Liverpool. So that is making it very difficult, doesn't it? That makes it very difficult for City, that even with a win today, we're still a way off them. Paul Dickoff, Sean Goater in the stands today for Manchester City, as well as Andy Morrison at the end as well, which is good to see. So some City legends in the stand here at Luton. Big game for Manchester City. 3-2 to City, says Andrew. Well, that is saying that, that is pretty much predicting City's defence is pretty poor, isn't it? Saying that Luton are going to score 2 goals, which they might do. I mean, Luton scored 3 against Arsenal, and City's defence at the moment has been particularly weak, hasn't it? I mean, unlike City normally, really, City are usually quite good in defensive areas. Last season we were saying best defence in Europe. It's part of the song, isn't it? Edison, Aki, Walker and Akanji. But now defence has been really poor. There's been a lot of question marks over Kyle Walker's performances for Manchester City. He is the captain for City, and I don't think he's been great for us in the last few games. But I don't think he's on his own there. None of the defenders have been particularly. Mateo Kovacic back in there for City is an interesting one as well. I mean, Kovacic, I think he started the season so well for City, and I thought, wow, it looks like he's never stopped playing for us. He looks perfect for Manchester City, and then he got an injury on international duty for Croatia. Since then, he's looked terrible, absolutely terrible. I don't know what happened there with Kovacic. Isaac says 4-1 to City. That's a big result for City, a 4-1. Get back to winning ways. I mean, City are expected to beat Luton today, but I wouldn't put it past them, actually, Luton, to try and cause an upset. City, this is a good time to play Manchester City when they're out of form. Missing Jeremy Doku, who's our real electric player in that far side. Missing Erling Haaland, who is the main man, the goal scorer up top. So what is going to happen, I don't know. Isaac's happening what happened to Haaland. Well, it's a stress fracture, apparently, Isaac, to the foot of Erling Haaland. So it looks like it's going to be a month out. Apparently, after the previous game against Aston Villa, he complained about it, and it seems that Pep Guardiola said that he's going to keep him out for some weeks. They'll keep an eye on it, but expect to lose him for quite a while, Erling Haaland. So Manchester City coming out onto the pitch now, here at Kenilworth Road. Applause from the fans as the Luton Town fans get to see the champions of England, Manchester City, take on their local side, their team. Giles in there, Doherty, who are quite attacking fullbacks in the wide areas. They would have, I assume, played Issa Kabore on that right-hand side, but Issa Kabore can't play because of he's on loan from Manchester City. Isaac says because no Haaland is going to change his guess to either a 1-1 or a 2-1 to City. A tight game, Isaac's predicting. Well, Andrew's predicted a tight game as well, Isaac. So we'll have to see what happens. Adebayo, he's a big physical force up top. He's not the best at controlling the ball and so on. But you get him in the box and get him running on the ball, you can cause problems. I think someone like Kyle Walker will be crucial today in terms of defensive performance and keeping up with him with his pace. The same with Brown and Townsend's a bit of a danger, isn't he, as well? But I expect Manchester City to perform a lot better today than we saw us play against Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa was the worst we played in, I think, ever under Pep Guardiola. So Luton Town side, we'll run through it again. It is on your screen on the left-hand side, a little small in the middle, actually. You guys can see. So 3 changes for Rob Edwards' side. It is the Belgian Kaminski who starts in goal number 24. He is the key man for them this season, making a lot of saves. Ex-Manchester United man Tengen Mengi at the back with captain Tom Lockyer and Jamaican Amari Bell, who played a key part in Luton's promotion to the Premier League. A midfield 4 of Alfie Doherty on the right, Marvelous Nakamba, Ross Barkley in the midfield 2, with Ryan Giles on the left. There, Giles and Doherty will be playing more as wing-backs or as full-backs, really. And then a front 3 of Andros Townsend on the right, Jacob Brown, the Scotsman, on the left, and it is Elia Adebayo, ex-Spurs youth product, who is through the middle, a big physical force. On the bench, Tim Krul, Anderson, Berry, Morris, Tahith Chong and Panzu, Clark, Samuel Okonga there as well for this Luton Town side. As to Manchester City, Pep Guardiola has enforced changes. The likes of Doku and Haaland missing out due to injury and looking to change things. So Edison keeps his place in goal for Manchester City. The back 4 is changed up with Nathan Ake coming in. So it's Walker, Diaz, Ake and Vardiol along Manchester City's back 4. Mateo Kovacic sits alongside Rodri, who is back from suspension in the midfield 2 for Manchester City. The 3 in front, a return for Jack Grealish, who returns from suspension after missing that game against Villa, with Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. He's not sure whether Foden plays to the right or it's Bernardo Silva on the right. Then it's Julian Alvarez back at striker, through the middle up front today with Erling Haaland missing. Manchester City have options on the bench as well in the likes of Philip Stones, Sergio Gomez, Manu Akanji, Matheus Nunes, Rico Lewis and also Oscar Bob. 6060 says, I'm going to go with a 7-1 win. Well, that would be a big win for City, and that would be a big way to get back to winning ways for City, wouldn't it? I think we'll put in a good performance here today. I think City really will get back to winning ways. They should do. But I'm not exactly sure. Most chances created from set pieces. James Ward-Prowse is top with 21. And ahead of Kieran Trippier and Trent Alexander-Arnold is Luton Town's Alfie Doherty. So that is something City will be keeping an eye on If we give away any free kicks in around the box, number 45 will be looking to create chances from set pieces. And he's a marauding fullback, and he's one who can really put in quite a decent cross. Manchester City stand next to the centre circle, in a huddle, ready for this one. Rodri back. Well, City have played 5 games this season without Rodri, or 7 games without Rodri since all competitions in 2023. 5 defeats. 5 defeats without Rodri. Without Rodri, we don't play well. When he doesn't play, City don't win, and that's just the way it is. That is how key Rodri is to this Manchester City side. 78% of you guys before kickoff believe it's going to be a Manchester City victory today. Juan Maleo alongside Pep Guardiola on the bench there today. Guardiola shakes hands with the others. There'll be a big atmosphere here at Kenilworth Road. It is Manchester City versus Luton, and it's live. And City straight away getting the ball and attack through Bernardo Silva. Ball through to Alvarez, who can't get the end of it. But City there, attacking quickly, swiftly, trying to really cause a problem for Luton from minute 1 at kickoff. Luton have caused problems to Liverpool. They got a draw against them. Arsenal nearly beat them. Done very well. Here's Phil Foden in the chest. Kovacic back to Foden. Back into Mateo Kovacic. Big drive from Kovacic at the start of this game. Wide left to Jack Grealish. Here is City's wide man Grealish. Being booed by Luton Town fans purely for being Jack Grealish. Kovacic. Diaz. Mateo Kovacic and back to Diaz again. While Kyle Walker playing high and wide on the right. It's Foden and Bernardo through the middle. Diaz and Ake playing as the two in the back line. Ake back over to Diaz. Bernardo. Rodri. Rodri for City into Kovacic. Back out to Diaz, who takes a heavy touch and pokes it through to Bernardo. Bit of a struggle there for City, but we'll get away with it. Rodri. Ruben Diaz again. Diaz out towards Nathan Ake. Pressing from Alfie Doherty. Ake goes wide left towards Josh Gvardiol. Left-footed clipping towards Alvarez. Well done to find Phil Foden here. And City have got space here. 2-on-2. Bernardo Silva. Back through to Phil Foden. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper here. Phil Foden is in. Phil Foden! Oh, big save by Kaminsky. Back to Bernardo Silva. And slice wide by Bernardo. But Manchester City should have taken the lead there. MK is here. Hello to MK. City looking for a win today. Well, City unlocked the defence here of Luton Town brilliantly. Foden 1-on-1 with the keeper. The ball by Bernardo's a little bit too far wide for Foden, who's onside. He's got loads of space, Foden. Catches it well. Saved by Kaminsky. Bernardo Silva slices it on the rebound. He should do a lot better. Foden should do better as well, maybe. Man City should have taken the lead there in the first 2 minutes. Long by Kaminsky. All the way through to Kyle Walker. Walker and all the way back towards Ederson. Ederson into Ake and over to Gvardiol. Gvardiol dispossessed by Doherty. Dawdle on the ball there, Josh Gvardiol. Caught on the ball. But it's just a goal kick for City. Doherty, good pressing there, the wing back. Guardiola, already deep in thought, having conversations with Juan Maleo on the defence. You see here, the last 4 results for City. 4-4 against Chelsea, 1-1 with Liverpool, 3-3 with Villa and with Spurs, and a 1-0 defeat to Villa. Foden here, holds off Nakamba. Foul. Advantage play, the referee pulls it back. Unhappy Manchester City with that one. Phil Foden. Pulling Alvarez here. Alvarez does well there, and back towards Kovacic. Chris is here as well. Afternoon to Chris. City already with a chance within the first 2 minutes. And look lively here today. Bernardo Silva, chased by Adebayo, who's won it off him with great physicality, the big man. Adebayo for Luton Town. And back he goes towards fullback Giles. Good play from Adebayo. Bernardo Silva dispossessed, dawdling on the ball. Kaminsky. Foden seems to be playing up top with Alvarez today. Switch the play wide towards Giles. It looks like Bernardo is off the right and Foden in behind, which is interesting. I thought Foden might start off the right. Kaminsky. Luton Town having a bit of possession of their own here, knocking it round the back. Kaminsky with a switch towards fullback. Or it is actually Mengi on this far side. Jack Grealish can't win it off Mengi. Kovacic in there for City. Mateo Kovacic wins it back for City. Well done by the Croatian there. Nathan Ake for City. Ake. Ake across towards Diaz. Kyle Walker. Rodri. Back we go again. Here is Ederson. Ooh, Edison taking liberties there nearly against Adebayo. Gets away with that one. Little pullback, little turn right in his own byline. He's very lucky, Edison, he doesn't get caught out there. Manchester City would be in big trouble otherwise. Edison for Manchester City. Wide right to Ruben Diaz. Diaz drives forward here from defence. Back to Walker, and City work it back towards Rodriguez. Drops into the back line now to pick up the ball and try and create a chance for City. Kovacic on the centre circle. Rodri in the centre circle. Foden. Jack Grealish has drifted over to that right hand side. Kovacic. Kovacic still. Into Bernardo Silva. Good play from Bernardo. Good take. Onto Rodri. Into Phil Foden. Turns away from the defender. Good tackle by the defender. Phil Foden didn't think it was a foul either. By Amari Bell. Just caught the feet of Phil Foden. Free kick Manchester City. Taken quickly. Rodri. City seem very fluid in their formation at the moment. Josh Gavardio playing left wing at the moment. Kovacic. Rodri. Into Bernardo in space here. Onto Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Trying to open up some spaces in this deep block from Luton Town. Foden. Behind Kovacic. Here is Mateo Kovacic again. Rodri. Rodri wide to Jack Grealish. He's being booed again by the Luton fans. I don't know why. Just because he's Jack Grealish. Grealish. Here's Phil Foden. Wide to Vardiol. Crossing by Vardiol across the box. Not a bad ball by Vardiol. Hit it low and hard. Captain Lockyer cleared it away. Was a very good chance for City. Vardiol for City. Thrown all the way back towards Nathan Ake in this back line. Kovacic for Manchester City. Mateo Kovacic. Into Phil Foden in space. Foden to Grealish. Jack Grealish takes his time here. Grealish, nice footwork. Doesn't release a pass though in towards the box there. Maybe should have shot there, Grealish, from that right foot. He had a good bit of an angle to try and bend it around the defender. Instead, just went backwards and City end up back on the halfway line with Nathan Ake. Ake. Alvarez. Rodri. Nicely worked by City. Vardiol. Clipped into Jack Grealish. Lovely ball by Vardiol. Grealish back out to Kovacic. Back into Grealish. Rodri was there because Grealish was a little bit asleep. Rodri. Wide to Vardiol. Into Grealish. Taken out Grealish by Amari Bell. Referee plays on. Good tackle. Grealish wants a free kick. Townsend. Nice ball into the centre here. And down is Mengi. Well, he come clattering into Jack Grealish there with a big challenge, Mengi. And he goes down holding the knee, the boy, a Manchester United fan. And we'll have to see what the issue is. He comes in on Grealish and tackles him. Grealish falls on the knee of Mengi. And it seems as he falls on the knee of Mengi, I think all the weight of Grealish falls and Mengi's knee bends the wrong way. Grealish had a little talk with the defender here for Luton Town, but that looks like it could be a bit of a bad one for him. He might be able to play on, but he makes a tackle on Grealish as he goes to the ground. Grealish just falls right at the top of his knee and bends it sort of the wrong way, which is a painful one for Mengi. Came for the United's youth system. Was very impressive at United's youth system. I'm surprised he never really got a chance at United. Could have do with him really. He's probably a better player than Harry Maguire. That being said, Maguire had quite a good game yesterday for United at times. And then give away a goal to make it 4, and luckily for him it was a handball. Mengi's back to his feet. And he seems like he's going to be okay. He's just going to try and run that one off, Mengi, as he has a little jog up the sidelines here. But he'll have to stay off for 30 seconds now before they let him back on to the new protocol, the new rule from the Premier League. He's just having a bit of a jog up and down the sidelines. Kaminski, the goalkeeper for Luton. Switch of play far left. Kyle Walker here loses out to Brown, who heads it on towards Adebayo. It's poor from Walker. Giles. Forced back. But unimpressive from Kyle Walker there. Captain Lockyer, who actually collapsed, didn't he, in the playoff final on the field. I'm not exactly sure what that was from. But he's back playing again. Amari Bell. Finds Giles. Giles down the line to Adebayo, who's up against Diaz. He's flattened Diaz with his strength there, the big man. Lockyer. Nice play by Luton. Lockyer switches the play here. Vardiol the chase against Brown. It's behind for a throw-in for City. But one thing I think they've actually looked at here, Luton, is that ball in behind Josh Gavardio. We saw it work so effectively for Aston Villa, didn't we? For Leon Bailey, making runs in behind Vardiol. So Luton are going to try it with Brown here today. Foden back to Ake. And Ake, right-footed switch out to Walker. That's a lovely ball by Ake. Walker into Bernardo Silva. Well worked by City. Barkley across to Bernardo. Walker. Back into Ruben Diaz. Kovacic drops deep to pick it up, and he does. Mateo Kovacic. Nice ball into Grealish. Nice take by Grealish. Alvarez back to Grealish, and lucky. It was a late one by Locklear on Julian Alvarez. And it's going to be a free kick to Manchester City, and Alvarez looks in a lot of pain with this one. Just in the halfway line here. Alvarez plays a little 1-2 with Grealish. Locklear right down the toes of the studs there by Captain Locklear. That'll be a painful one for Alvarez. A very painful one. Studs on the toes, and he's still down, Alvarez here. Does not look good for Julian Alvarez here. He's still down. He's going to get back up, but Haaland out with a stress fracture in his foot. Could be another striker getting injured here for Manchester City. Alvarez limps away. A lot of pain in the left foot. Studs right on top of the boot there for Julian Alvarez to deal with. He's back to his feet as he limps away. Diaz. Ake wide to Vardiol. Into the channel to Grealish, not the best of balls, and Mengi's going to go back to goalkeeper Kaminski. And a little flick over Grealish, sending back to Mengi. Very good play by Kaminski. Mengi back to Kaminski again. Clipped out by Kaminski over to Vardiol to win the header, but Adebayo's won the knock on here. Here's Adebayo up against Ake. Good defending by Ake. Throwing for Luton Town. Well, set pieces is going to be a massive, massive opportunity for Luton. Adebayo already causing problems with his physicality up top as well. Winning those balls. And then winning free kicks, winning corners. Yet to win a corner, which will be a problem for City. But it's a throw-in. It's going to be a long throw-in, is it, from Alfie Doherty. Doherty back to centre-back Mengi. Goes all the way back to Locklear. Locklear clipped in towards Giles here, who spent last season on loan at Luton from Wolves. Permanent move this summer after an impressive loan move in the promotion campaign. Kaminski, a left-footed clearance forward straight to Bernardo Silva. It's a really poor header from Bernardo. And heads it straight out for a throw-in for Luton. I think Bernardo Silva last two games has been a little bit shaky. Very shaky, Bernardo Silva at times. Throw in Giles to take it. There's a lady here at the sidelines, a Luton Town fan who seemed to be like giving sort of tactical instructions to the Luton Town players there. An old lady in the background. Walker heads it behind. Another throw in for Luton here. Thrown in. Luton go backwards. Well, they're back to the goalkeeper to deal with. Long by Kaminski and in behind the City defence up against Vardiol. Leaves it against Doherty. Vardiol leaves it well. And then watch out for a throw in well than Vardiol. It's kicked away by Doherty. Vardiol's got to be careful on his left-hand side. It seems to be... He struggles to defend situations that are over his head, Vardiol. Where the ball goes over his head, he just seems to be very unaware of those sorts of passes. Vardiol, well played here. Vardiol drives forward away from Nakamba. Vardiol. Arms all over Vardiol by Nakamba. He's got his arm around the shirt of Joshua Vardiol, who'd ran into a bit of trouble anyway. I think he was going to lose it anyway. And it's silly from Nakamba to put his arms all over the back and neck of Joshua Vardiol. Townsend stopping City from taking it now. Ross Barkley, who has been a key man for Luton Town. There's a bit of talking to with the referee with Locklear and Mengi here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. The referee's just giving a bit of a talking to Mengi. I'm not sure what the centre-back has done. But he spoke to him with the captain. Ross Barkley as well. Just there a bit of conversation with the referee. And it's going to be a free kick Manchester City to be taken by Vardiol. Takes his time, Vardiol. He's going to send this longer short here. Vardiol. Goes back to Nathan Ake. Rodri. Good turn on it by Rodri. Pressed by Barkley and people. Rodri wide to Diaz here. Ruben Diaz. Tries to clip one in behind. Good pressing by Luton. Kyle Walker does win a header down to Phil Foden. Back towards Rodri by Foden. Rodri has to flick it away to Vardiol. Vardiol into the centre to Alvarez. A poor pass by Vardiol. Luton win it back here. Chance for Luton. Good win back by Rodri. And into Bernardo Silva. Back to Walker. Diaz. Rodri. Good play by City. Walker's giving it away again. Kyle Walker, who's having a real shocker today. Again. Brown. Taken out by Kovacic. Referee plays on. He thought he got the ball there. the referee. We're playing backwards and negatively again, worrying, says Chris. Well, we started quite well here, City, but since then, not so much. I'm worried about Kyle Walker. I think he's doing a really bad job on that right-hand side at the moment. They're attacking Vardy, who, yes, looks shaky, but I'd be going at Kyle Walker, Luton. He also looks shaky. And they are now. Here's Brown under pressure from Rodri. A foul by Rodri on Brown. Set-piece opportunity for Luton to swing a big cross in now. Well, I don't know. Luton are unhappy with the fouls there. Did Kovacic foul him or not? I don't know. Not exactly sure. But Luton will take a free kick now, won't they? To swing one in. Locklear, the captain, having a little bit of talk with the referee. 15 minutes on the clock here. Alfie Doherty, we talked about him being a chance creator. Up there with above Trent Alexander-Arnold and Trippier for chances created. Just behind James Ward-Prowse from set pieces, that is. Ball comes in from Doherty. Free head at the far post, and Vardiol just flicks it before he gets to him behind for a throw-in for Luton. Luton looking very good. Townsend's going to take this one. He's going to leave it for Alfie Doherty again. The set-piece master here at Luton Town. Doherty. Into Townsend. Pressure from Grealish. Townsend back out to Mengi. Ross Barkley. Nakamba back to Barkley again. Good play by Ross Barkley. Looks to switch the play under pressure from Julian Alvarez. Giles wide towards Adebayo. Referee says they're onside there. City plays for Adebayo is offside. And back it goes towards Amari Bell. Bell. Good play in towards Giles. Into Adebayo, turns here. The big man. Little nutmeg on Ruben Diaz. And then he's dispossessed by Rodri. But nutmeg on Ruben Diaz there. Foden. Foul by Barkley on Foden. The Luton Towns don't believe it. No complaints from the Luton Town players who thought they did foul the Phil Foden there. It's only the fans who think different. Takes it away from Barkley and him and Bell fouling. Here's Phil Foden for City. Wide left to Jack Grealish. Grealish for City. The rain's coming down here in Luton. Grealish. Rodri. Kovacic. Back to Rodri again. City need to find the options in between the lines, don't they? Diaz finds Bernardo. That's better. Bernardo Silva. Wide to Julian Alvarez here. Alvarez into Foden. Grealish here. Grealish. Grealish still. Jack Grealish tries to flick one through. Blocked away. Vardiol on the chest. Takes it down to Kovacic. And back to Nathan Ake. Ake for Manchester City. Good pass to Phil Foden. We unlock him here. Foden. Foden. Foden still going. He's got to look for a pass here. He doesn't do into Vardiol. Oh, and he's lost it. Tackled by Townsend. Throwing for City. But Manchester City there. Phil Foden, I think, initially is going to look for the pass. But he doesn't do. Takes way too long. Vardiol for City. Rodri. Rodri skips into the box. To Vardiol on the overlap. Vardiol. Vardiol. Cross across the box here. Nice ball by Vardiol. Inviting cross, but no one's there. Counter for Luton, but Townsend can't get in the end of it. But good ball by Vardiol into the box. Rolls it across. No one there for Manchester City. City putting the pressure on now. Rodri. City are finding those passes into Foden in that pocket of spaces. Foden's been picked up again here. Foden to Alvarez. Julian. Alvarez through to Bernardo Silva. Just cut out. Alvarez gets it back. Julian. Alvarez. Bernardo. Alvarez again. Wide to Walker, who can't cross a football. Bernardo Silva for City. Bernardo. Rodri. Rodri shoots! Oh! Just tipped away by Kaminski. And Alfie Doherty scuffs it straight to Jack Grealish. But great play by Rodri. Good save by Kaminski. Kovacic. Foden. Vardiol. Kovacic again. Lovely hit by Rodri. Mateo Kovacic. City finding a bit of space at the moment. Ake is a very good save by Kaminski. Rodri's shot was hit with power down the middle. Bernardo to Jack Grealish here. Grealish into Bernardo. Intercepted by Bell. Kovacic in there against Adebayo. Vardiol wins it back. Well played, Kovacic. Rodri. Adebayo running here, which is not something you usually see from him. Ake. Kovacic. Back to Ake. City making Luton run, trying to tire them out. Ake wide towards Vardiel. Lovely spurn on Doherty by Vardiel. Into Bernardo Silva. Back to Vardiel here. Vardiel for City. Vardiel playing forward again. Vardiel holds it up. Bernardo Silva. Poor by Bernardo Silva again, whose footwork lets him down. Bernardo swings one into Foden. Foden across the blocks, blocked by Locklear. Bernardo wins it back for City with the help of Grealish, I think it is. Kovacic, City putting the pressure on here. Back out to Bernardo Silva. Foden behind. Poor ball by Bernardo Silva. Doherty sends it away straight to Vardiel, who's doing really well in the pressing area. Down to Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Well, City are really, really putting the pressure on Luton here. We're not getting that goal. We're not creating that chance. Kovacic, under pressure by Nakamba, loses it. Oh, Nakamba runs his way out, but unlucky by Kovacic. The chance for Rodri came to on the right-hand side of the box here. And he absolutely leathers this one, Rodri. And Kaminski has to just dive the left hand and tip it above his head, up and away. Good attempt by Rodri, good save by Kaminski. Ederson. To Ake on the left-hand side of his box. Into Joshko Vardiel. Right-footed passing to Kovacic. I think Vardiel's playing well today. Kovacic for City. Over towards Diaz. Back into Kovacic again, who's getting involved today, Kovacic, which is good to see. In towards Alvarez. Beaten to it by Bell. All the way through to Ederson. Will it go? Brown puts Diaz under pressure. City get it back on the edge of the box. Kovacic. Rodri. Kovacic. Rodri. Ake. Grealish drops deep to pick it up for City. Back to Ake again. Well played, Manchester City. Kovacic. On the turn here, Mateo Kovacic. Phil Foden. Back to Kovacic. Trying to bring Luton Town onto us here, City, and then work it through them. Kovacic. Rodri. Foden. Back to Ake. Back to Ederson. Too much space for Kovacic here, who can turn, and he does well there, Kovacic. Here comes Mateo Kovacic into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo for City. Bernardo outside the boot, flick out to Vardiel. It's a lovely ball, Vardiel from centre-back here has a shot deflected behind for a corner. Well, Joshko Vardiel's playing like an attacking midfielder today. Bernardo Silva left-footed outside the boot, pass through to Vardiel. And he just keeps going in the centre-back and hits it on his right foot. Deflects behind for a corner. He's doing pretty well going forward, Vardiel. Giving it his best, certainly is. Corner for City. Luton under so much pressure, but Manchester City unable to get a goal to take the lead. Alvarez on this one. Julian. Will he go short, swing it in? Plays it short to Bernardo Silva. He does swing it on the left foot. And away by Luton simply. That's poorly worked, that set piece by Manchester City. Alvarez throws it into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Through to Vardiel in the box again here. Vardiel into a great space again. No one there again for City, but brilliant from Vardiel. Adebayo. Did well to hold it up there, actually. Works it wide towards Townsend. And behind Kovacic, Nathan Ake across for City. And Ake back into Vardiel. He's playing like a winger here. Vardiel into Grealish. Bad touch by Grealish, but he gets away with it. Little 1-2 by City. Alvarez. And they win it back. Poor from Alvarez. His first touch let him down. Here's Giles. Diaz press him. In towards Brown. Rodri kicks him. It's a free kick to Luton. That's poor from Rodri. How many, asks Brown. The foul by Rodri. Well, Rodri's only made 2 tackles. Could be one of those games where we just can't break them down. They get one chance and score, says Chris. It's feeling like that at the moment, isn't it? A little bit. Other results around the Premier League. Fulham have taken the lead against West Ham United. It's Raul Jimenez in this 22nd minute who's given them the lead. Which is good for Fulham. Bad for West Ham United, who did beat Spurs the other day. Spurs against Newcastle later should be a good one. Long ball by Luton all the way through to goalkeeper Ederson. Easy one for Ederson to deal with. Ederson. Pep Guardiola giving some talking to from the sidelines here. So these players. Bernardo back to Ederson. Jack Grealish dropping deeper for City. City go wide right towards Ruben Diaz. Into Phil Foden. Holds it up well there, Phil. Walker. I think Foden's played so much better through the middle today than out wide. I think he's got to play for the middle more often, really. Here's Ederson for City. Ruben Diaz brings it forward for Manchester City. Diaz. Walker. Throwing for Manchester City. Adebayo came across. Walker just left it. Adebayo ended up playing it out. A bit of a short pass from Diaz, though. Walker taking his time on this throw-in for City. Walker still taking his time here. Throwing long towards Alvarez, beaten to it by Locklear. Cleared away by Luton. Adebayo tries to take it down. Good flick by Barkley out towards Brown. Brown on the turn. Barkley. Luton keep it very well there. Good play from Luton. Little combination play on the far left-hand side. They've had to go back to goalkeeper Kaminski, but it's a good play by Luton. Kaminski long. He's looking for Townsend. It's taken down by Vardiel. Lovely first touch by Vardiel. Now he drives forward, Vardiel. Vardiel, good find to Rodri. Playing really well today, Vardiel. Grealish had a lot of pressure on him this week, Vardiel, after some poor performances. Going forward, there's no doubt he's a good player. I think defensively, his positioning is something to work on. Pass by Foden to Kyle Walker. He had to leave it because he's offside. Very sloppy from City. I think Kyle Walker is in really bad form at the moment. And I wouldn't be against City dropping him, but Pep Guardiola feels like he can't do it, I think. But I would be dropping Kyle Walker myself. Don't really have another right back though, do we? Rico Lewis, a midfielder. Walker's literally the only right back we've got at the club. Throwing for Luton. 25 minutes played. So far, City have had 10 touches in the opposition box to Luton's none. Possession-wise, it's 76% in Manchester City's favour. Vardiel wins the header. Gives it away, does Vardiel. Goes and wins it again, Vardiel ahead of Luton. And back he goes to Ake. Well done, Joshko. I feel like I've mentioned Vardiel's name a lot today. He seems to be involved in everything at the moment. Diaz, Rodri. Back to Diaz. Manchester City. Ball brought forward by Diaz. He's running forward here. Into Bernardo Silva, into the channel here. Bernardo. Nowhere to go for Bernardo. And back he has to go towards Rodri. Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic for City. Skips away from Nakamba, who fouls Mateo Kovacic. Free kick to Manchester City. Nakamba doesn't complain because Kovacic there just baits him into the tackle. Swoops the ball, scoops it round with his right foot away from Nakamba in the centre of the pitch and away from him. City take it quickly. Jack Grealish. Kovacic. Good run by Bernardo. Kovacic decides not to play the pass. Rodri into Phil Foden here. Foden at a strike! Oh, good save by Kaminski. Foden again finds that bit of space between the midfield and defence. Pulls off a good strike, Foden here. Hits it with power. Powerful drive from Foden low. Kaminski, strong left hand. Very good save by Kaminski. Very good effort from Phil Foden. Good save by Kaminski. It's a good arm. Very good goalkeeper, Kaminski. But a very, very good save there by Kaminski. Foden hit it strong, hit it true. A decent effort from Foden, says Chris. Yeah, it was a decent effort, wasn't it? Really, really good effort, I think. But he seems to be okay, Kaminski, however. He seems to have injured his arm here, the goalkeeper, in the process of making that save. They've just had to stop the game momentarily. And now they've dropped the ball and he's okay again now. But arm out by Kaminski, and he made a very good save there. But impressed by the Luton Town keeper. I thought he was good in the games against Liverpool as well. I watched him in a game against Liverpool. I thought he was very good. I didn't see the Arsenal game for Luton Town. Here's Amari Bell on this left-hand side. Ball forward to Brown, who fires it back to Bell. Pressing from Phil Foden into Nakamba, who turns away from Alvarez. Pressing from Rodri as well. Luton play out the press really well. Unfortunately, Giles let the ball go out of play on the far side. So throw-in for City. Luton Town kick the ball away in order for City not to be able to take the throw-in, which is a yellow card in the first game of the season. But from there, you can do what you want. Walker back to Diaz on the throw-in. Well, Manchester City struggling to break down this Luton side, or to break past the goalkeeper, really. They get into good positions, but then it's the final act. Good ball by Vardiel into Foden. Vardiel's playing great today. Here's Alvarez for City. Foden makes a run in behind. Alvarez wide towards Grealish. He's one-on-one with Menga here. Jack Grealish. Grealish into his right foot. Grealish clips one through it to Alvarez. He tries to poke it with the left foot. Well, all he had to do was hit it with his left foot, Alvarez. Instead, he tries to poke it with the outside of his right foot. Really nice ball by Grealish. Rolls it in right on top of the goalkeeper, Kaminski. Manchester City should take the lead there. I think Jack Grealish might have just been offside anyway. It's a poor finish from Julian Alvarez here. Just has to hit that with his left foot. But he goes the outside boot of his right. Good chance creation by Grealish. It's very poor finish by Julian Alvarez. Really poor finish there. Just has to hit that with his left foot. But he goes the outside of his right. It's poor. Very poor from Alvarez in that situation. And Manchester City, another chance goes wasted. Long ball by Luton. Adebayo knocks it on. Great hold-up play again, but only as far as Joshua Vardiol. Chased by Adebayo. Vardiol plays it forward to Alvarez. Menga heads it straight down to Grealish. City can hit on the counter here now. Jack Grealish. Grealish cuts inside. Grealish through to Foden. Poor ball by Grealish. Giles is there. Wants his keeper to get there. Bernardo Silva goes and nicks it off Giles, does he? No. Just keeps it and he gives away it to Bernardo. And Giles just clears it away, the Luton man. A little bit lucky there, Luton. Diaz for Manchester City. Nathan Ake. City continue to push. It reminds me a little bit of the Nottingham Forest game last season, where City had all the chances and just couldn't win the game. Foden gives it away, very poor, to Townsend. Alvarez looking to win it back. Doherty makes a mistake there. Alvarez does kick it out. It's a throw-in for Luton. They give the throw-in to Manchester City. I don't think he actually touched that there. Alvarez, Doherty to skip past the challenge. Rob Edwards, unhappy with it. Foul throw by Joshua Vardiol. And it's a free kick to Luton. It's a throw-in to Luton. It should have been Luton's throw-in in the first place. I think the referees just give that because he feels like he's made a mistake. Poor officiating. Locklear. Bell. Clips over in behind the defence towards Brown. Dealt with by Diaz. And another throw-in for Luton on his far left-hand side just on the halfway line. Giles takes it quick and back to Amari Bell. Manchester City unable to break down this Luton side so far. In terms of getting it past the goalkeeper, they've had chances, but they haven't got past it. Fulham's doubled their lead against West Ham United. It is Willian in the 31st minute. So Fulham 2, West Ham United 0. Tackle by Diaz on Brown. Brown puts it out for a throw into Manchester City. Well, it looked like a foul by Diaz a little bit. His arms were a little bit all over the defender, but the referee said no, there wasn't enough in it. Rodri back to Diaz. Forward towards Kyle Walker. Back to Diaz again. Kovacic into the space here. Kovacic under pressure. Kovacic nearly dispossessed by Nakamba. Kovacic keeps it. Kovacic gets it away for a throw-in, but he's under pressure there, Kovacic. He's being pushed and pulled all over the place by Nakamba. The referee thought it wasn't a foul. Kovacic is not happy with that one. Barkley throws it in back to Giles. Locklear. Back to keeper Kaminski. Bell. Amari Bell skips past Foden. Gives it straight back to City and Walker into Rodri. City with a chance here. The rain's coming down here at Luton. Rodri. Walker. Into Bernardo. Good flick past Brown there by Bernardo. Then cuts back on the left foot again. Bernardo into Phil Foden here. Foden. Great skill by Foden. Kaminski comes out and makes the save. Good goalkeeping. Quickly down to Phil Foden. Foden did well, but City couldn't get it through past the keeper again. Good play by Bernardo. Finds Phil Foden. Skips past the defender, but it's a heavy touch. Then Kaminski, two hands, comes out strong goalkeeping. Two hands on it. Stops Foden from getting past the keeper. Foden gets a foot on it. Can't take it away from Kaminski. Strong goalkeeping. It's good play from Phil Foden as well. Fortunately, heavy touch let him down. Ruben Diaz gets one against Adebayo. He's made a mistake. Chance for Townsend! Striked straight down the centre of Ederson's goal here. Routine save for Ederson there, really. Townsend hits it well. Straight down the middle, Ederson takes the sting out of it. Hit it well there. Ake forward to Alvarez. Poor touch by Julian. Blocked off it by Locklear. Into the middle here towards Rodri. Diaz steps out and wins it. Bad touch by Diaz. Straight to Barkley. Rodri goes and wins it back anyway. Well played. Walker into the middle to Alvarez here. Big touch by Alvarez. Onto Rodri or Grealish. Bad by Alvarez again. Jack Grealish wins it back. It's getting scrappy in the midfield for Manchester City. Giving the ball away. Decent atmosphere in the ground, says Chris, considering there used to be such low attendances. Yeah, they're doing well actually, Luton, for atmosphere. I don't know how many fans they get in the ground. Is it around 10,000, maybe a little bit more? But fair play, they've got quite a good atmosphere going. Hostile atmosphere, isn't it? Ake, Grealish. Back to goalkeeper Ederson. Well done, Jack. Ederson out towards Ruben Diaz on this far right-hand side. Diaz got Bernardo in acres of space in the middle. Finds Bernardo. Over to Walker on the right-hand side. Kyle Walker. Diaz. Rodri. Rodri for City. To Jack Grealish, who's coming centrally again here. Grealish. Grealish for City. Grealish skips inside. Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Grealish. Grealish still. Grealish. Cross to Vardiol. Kovacic. City work it from left to right, trying to break down this very solid Luton side, actually. They're doing well defensively. The goalkeeper's playing well. Vardiol. Vardiol. Straight into the camber, gives it away. Kovacic goes pressing. Here's Mengi up and against Grealish. Kaminski long and away. Vardiol goes and wins the header back into Rodri. He beats the camber to it. Rodri into Bernardo Silva. He's going to release the ball quickly. Brilliant from Bernardo Silva. Fantastic. Rodri. Rodri for City through to Foden. Falls to Grealish. Hit it, Jack. Hit it. Grealish! Shocking finish by Grealish. Blocked away. He had to run onto that and hit it first time, Grealish there. Takes too long. By the time the Luton players have got across and make the block, he's got to hit that first time, Grealish, and bend it towards the far corner. Bernardo in towards Grealish, back towards Vardiol. Rodri. Switch the play to Diaz. Ruben Diaz to Manchester City. Walker. Back to Diaz. Diaz. Ake. Ake brings the ball forward for City. Rodri in possession now. Last man now, Rodri. Only Edison behind him. Lovely ball by Rodri into Phil Foden, who skips past Locklear and goes wide to Grealish. City have got options and bodies everywhere. Jack Grealish on this left-hand side. Jack Grealish backhilling towards Phil Foden. Foden's going to make the cross. He does do. Blocked away. Falls to Grealish on the edge of the box. Grealish on his left foot. Jack Grealish scuffs it. Back to Kovacic, who hits one right over the bar. Well, Manchester City, a team of players who can't shoot. Well, Kaminski, a great goalkeeper, but Manchester City can't shoot. Grealish there. Really, really bad scuff on his left foot. Deflects back to Kovacic, who tries to catch it. Hits it into the ground and straight over the goal. Pep Guardiola and Juan Malillo are a bit of a laugh on the bench here together. City just can't shoot. You can't score if you can't shoot. I mean, they're really going to have to walk the ball in here because Kaminski's a good goalkeeper. It takes something pretty good to beat him. Manchester City are not showing that. Nakamba beats Kovacic physically. Kovacic back down to Grealish. Grealish back through to Ake and Edison. And Ake back to Edison. Edison for Manchester City. Could he play a long ball here? He does do into the centre towards Alvarez, who knocks it onto Grealish. Good play by City. Grealish under pressure from Locklear. Grealish rides the challenge as well. Jack Grealish gives it away to Luton, who'll lump it out for a throw-in. Did well there, Grealish, in a poor situation. He felt he was being fouled there, Grealish, by Locklear. Vardiol to take this throw-in. Well, Luton Town fans believe that Vardiol, every single throw-in from him is a foul throw. Taking his time here, Vardiol. Throwing to Bernardo Silva. Throws it right through. Good defending by Amari Bell. Because that throw-in nearly was an assist for City there. Really should take the throw-in for City. Vardiol comes across to take it. City take the time down this left-hand side. Josh Vardiol. Foden comes short. Vardiol back to Kovacic. They want a foul throw again here, Luton. I think they're just complaining everything's a foul throw, the fans. An attempt to try and get something. Kovacic. Rodri. Oh, Foden leaves it. City have lost it. Townsend past Vardiol. Stays with him. Townsend. Crossed in. Blocked by Vardiol. Back to Townsend. To the edge of the box towards Doherty. Skips past Kovacic. Doherty in there. Nathan Ake with a good block. Vardiol gets it back for his side. Into Ake and City get it away. Ake sends it long and straight back to Luton. That's poor from Ake. Just lumping it away. Locklear. Nakamba. Amari Bell. Past Alvarez. Bell being pulled by Alvarez. Keeps away from him. Giles. Barkley. Not had much of the ball here today, Luton. Barkley's not really got into the game at all to create anything. Barkley. Brown. Good play. Adebayo's played in here. Diaz pulled out of position. Adebayo. Onto his right foot. Back out to Giles. Barkley. Over to Mengi, who's come forward from centre-back here. Locklear, first bit of possession really for Luton. Townsend one-on-one with Vardiol. Grealish comes across to help. Townsend onto his left foot, back onto his right. Townsend. Cross it in, Townsend. Straight into the hands of goalkeeper Edison. Easy one. Brown's got hold of Edison here. So that Edison couldn't throw it out there. Point to Bernardo Silva. City unlock them again here. City 4-on-4. Bernardo Silva. So much space for City. Bernardo. Wide right to Grealish here. Jack Grealish. Grealish doesn't know what to do. Edge of the box here to Kovacic. City move breaks down. Walker. Rodri. Vardiol for City. Wider left to Grealish again here. Vardiol. Back out to Ake. City huffing and puffing, but just can't get the ball through. Vardiol. Jack Grealish from Manchester City. Back onto his left foot. Little ball through to Foden is brilliant. Foden to the edge of the box here towards Walker. Well, he can't shoot. Walker does shoot and sends it into Rowe's head. What is he doing? Keep Kyle Walker behind the halfway line. That is the only way he's effective. Keep him as far away from the opponent's half as possible. How is it that we have so many elite players on Hugh Wage that can't shoot for toffee, says Chris? Well, not a single player in that field bar Phil Foden can actually hit a shot, and that's really worrying. Alvarez should be able to. That's still only 2. Maybe Rodri. Bernardo Silva certainly can't shoot. Jack Grealish is probably the worst of the lot. And he's not far behind Grealish's Kyle Walker with that attempt there. Kovacic as well. So poor from City. Walker heads it down. I think Kyle Walker's limitations are just becoming more and more glaring at the moment. Luton have had 1 shot to Manchester City's 10. Throwing for City. Jacob Brown kicks the ball away again. Well, referee tells Walker to take the throwing back. The referee is telling Kyle Walker to take the ball back, but the Luton Town player kicked the ball away and up the line. So Walker just went and took it where he kicked it. So why is the ref not booked the Luton Town player then? Well, look at this. Fulham are winning 3-0 against West Ham. Tosin Adebayo for Manchester City man. In the 41st minute, makes it 3-0 for Fulham against West Ham United. I think I'm watching the wrong game here. Here's Edison. Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Rodri. Kovacic. Turns. Pass Nakamba, Kovacic. Gives it away to Adebayo. Kovacic wins it back for a throw-in for Luton, but City not at it at all, are they? Not at it at all, it feels like. Too many mistakes, really, from City. Too many mistakes. Locklear. Back to Kaminski. Long by the goalkeeper. Searching for Doherty. Can't get the better of Vardiol. It's a throw into Manchester City. Again, they're looking on... Doherty there, he's not looking to win the ball against Vardiol. He's looking to get him behind him and hope he makes a mistake with it. That's something that teams are going to try and prey on if that's his issue. Rodri, lovely sweeping pass out to Kyle Walker. Walker lost it to Giles. Good tackle by Giles. Weak tackle by Kyle Walker. Into Ross Barkley. Rodri goes and wins it back. Kovacic. Kovacic for City. Drive forward from Mateo Kovacic here. Into Foden. City have space. Foden looks wide to Alvarez here. In behind Mengi. Alvarez. Julian. Alvarez. Edge of the box to Grealish. Kovacic. And City once again go back to knocking it around the box. Jack Grealish for City. Grealish. City wait till Luton can get numbers back before they create a chance. Grealish. Grealish into Bernard. I think Docky would have been brilliant today if we could have had him. Bernardo. Grealish. Bernardo Silva again. Bernardo. Vardiol. Bad pass to him. Vardiol off Doherty. Goal kick is an absolute joke of a decision. It came off Doherty clear as day, that one. But the referee gives a goal kick. Well, it came off Doherty. Came off the legs of Doherty. The referee gives a goal kick. Very poor decision. Very, very poor decision. Don't know what they're thinking there. Spurs versus Newcastle later at 4:30. Kaminski to take it. Reece James has gone off injured for Chelsea after 26 minutes. Just cannot stay fit, Reece James. Long ball forward here. Diaz loses the header. Ake takes it down and wide to Vardiel under pressure from Townsend here. Vardiel. And back he goes to Ederson. Well done, Joshua Vardiel. Ederson. Calmly done by the goalkeeper into Ruben Diaz. Diaz. Rodri. Rodri looking for the pass. Kovacic. Back to Ederson. Ederson for Manchester City. Well, we're approaching the 45th minute here. Looks like City and Luton will be 0-0 at half-time. Good defending by Lockley and a long ball by City ahead of their Bernardo Silva. Foul throw apparently by Bernardo Silva. Foul throw by Bernardo Silva and the referee gives a free kick to Luton. Foul throw by Bernardo Silva apparently as well. The ref's got to be in his bonnet about foul throws today. Strangely, but kicking the ball away, that's allowed. Ake down. Vardiel is there. Good tackle by Vardiel into Kovacic. Well done. Kovacic Foden. Kovacic again. Wide to Grealish. Come on, Jack. You've got to show something in this first half, surely. Grealish. Foden. Can we get a goal before half time here? 2 added minutes. Kovacic. Foden. What are we doing? Come on, City. Can we go forward? Foden. Kovacic. Space of Foden. Kovacic doesn't go to him. Rodri. Into Alvarez. Bad touch by Julian. Giving away. Really bad ball by Rodri. Here's Adebayo. Flick back towards Brown here. Brown runs against Diaz. Brown. Into Adebayo once more. Nathan Ake across to Adebayo. Holds up the ball well here. Adebayo still. Barkley. In behind to Brown. Blocked by Diaz. And into the hands of goalkeeper Ederson. Luckily, it doesn't go out for a corner. Can City get one more attack before half-time here? Short to Rodri by Ederson. Rodri sends it long to Grealish here. Dealt with by Mengi easily. Poor by City. Here's Doherty. Wide to Townsend. Andros Townsend. Blocked by Vardiel. Good block by Vardiel. You're asking for handball. It comes off his calf. Nakamba picks it up for City to deal with. Locklear. Pressing by Alvarez. Locklear into Nakamba. Back he goes to Kaminski. Long by goalkeeper Kaminski up and underneath it. Vardiel wins the header. Only as far as Doherty. Nakamba. It looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half-time here. Manchester City cannot find a way through. Barkley, lovely skill here. Rodri can't win it off Barkley. Great play by Luton. And they drive forward. Now here's Doherty. On to Townsend. Vardiel with him. Townsend to the left foot. Cross comes to the far post. Adebayo! Brilliant from Luton Town who take the lead. Absolutely fantastic from Luton, who take the lead against Manchester City. One chance, one goal. And that's the difference between Manchester City and every other side in the Premier League. They score the chances and Manchester City don't. To the far post by Townsend. I think it's Kyle Walker who forgets how to defend at the far post. Lovely swing to the far post by Townsend. Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker. Shocking defending and Luton Town take the lead. Very good goal by Luton. One shot, one goal. That's how it happens. Good chance for Luton. Brilliant goal from Luton and Manchester City are behind again. Fantastic from Luton and I think it's deserved. I think it's probably deserved because City, you don't score your chances, you get punished. And we get punished. So easy. Great goal by Adebayo. And right in the stroke of half-time, Luton Town take the lead against Manchester City. What a goal from Adebayo. Great swing in by Townsend, right on top of the goalkeeper Ederson. That is half-time. Luton 1, Manchester City 0. And it looks like City are going to lose another game in the Premier League. Another game. And Pep Guardiola is having a bit of a talk with Craig Pawson here. I'm not exactly sure why they're not happy with Craig Pawson. But Pep Guardiola's in a big conversation here with Craig Pawson. But Pep Guardiola seems very unhappy. Another thoroughly depressing half. I think I'll cheer myself up and poke my eye with the stick, says Chris. Well, Manchester City, Chris, are absolutely terrible at the moment. Pep Guardiola follows Craig Pawson, the fourth official, in. Pep Guardiola's having a laugh here with the fourth official. So they're not happy, Manchester City. Half time, they 1-0 down. I'm not exactly what Pep's not happy with, but City 1-0 down. Credit to Luton. I'll be back for the second half, guys. I'm going to have a break. And like Chris said, poke yourself in the eye with a stick. Maybe you have to watch it for the second half. I can't believe how poor City have been again in front of goal. Half time, Luton 1, City 0. We'll be back after this short break. It's Haaland, and here in career mode, City have won the lot. Rodri on the shot! Goal in the final by Rodri! Jude Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions, City FC, our Champions Series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah, for my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. smile let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do it all 'cause I'm feeling so good. Cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a but I never get feelings, cause shorty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. Get hit in my section at 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poop, your biscuit tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando, from the ceiling fan to the damn floor, trying to stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch.
It's Haaland, and here in career mode, City have won the lot. Rodri on the chance! Goal in the final by Rodri! Jude Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions. City FC are champions. Series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football. Welcome back to We Are City channel for the second half of Manchester City versus Luton. Ashton Herrich in the comments. Ashton, who's been a very long time member in the channel. He's been very, very much with us from the start nearly. For everyone who's wondered about my disappearance, I'm still alive and well. For the match, I prefer not to speak. Well, welcome back, Ashton. I prefer not to speak about the match as well, but I'm going to have to. Alfred Eriksson says, where does the career mode come? Career mode episodes are every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Always the same, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if not, then you can join the We Are City Members Club and you can see videos early and extended. Definitely consider joining the Members Club. That means that then you can see episodes early. I think on the Members section, actually, I'll just have a look for you if you want. On the members section, so you guys are up to Series 1, Episode 17. The members are currently on Series 2, Episode 1. And they will be maybe Series 2, Episode 4 before you start the first episode. That's just how it works for the members. But if you join the members club, there you get to see that early. Manchester City, though, here in real life, not in career mode, are 1-0 down to Luton Town. And playing incredibly poorly, really, in terms of finishing. Just can't put the ball in the back of the net, Manchester City. And I don't know what's going on, but it's just happening time and time again. Luton Town, 1 shot, 1 goal. Lovely ball to the far post, and they do score. Other results around the Premier League. Everton currently 0-0 with Chelsea. Fulham are 3-0 up against West Ham United. But Manchester City 1-0 down to Luton Town. That's a big worry. I think actually this week, Alfred, it will be... there'll be a trailer for Season 2, a Season 2 trailer, and then we're going to do a tactics video, and then actual Season 2 will start on Friday. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I think we'll have a tactics video and also a trailer as well, just to get you guys pumped for Season 2 of the career mode, where we will be making some really big signings, I think. So there you are. A little bit of an insight for you there. If you join the members club, you know exactly who we've signed already. Join the members club, you'll know everything about it. City, well, 74% of you guys predicted a win, but 74% of you are wrong at the moment. What should Manchester City change this second half? Yeah, back underway from the information on the City app. Well, I might be a little bit behind Warren and Joel, just a little bit, but we'll see. Sometimes that's just the way it is. You've got to send all this information to a satellite, send it back, so I might be coming to you a little bit behind. If so, please don't put any spoilers in the chat. That's something we always say. But we are about to kick off here for the second half. Manchester City versus Luton Town. Can City get back into it? I think if they lose today, big questions need to be asked. I don't know how Kyle Walker is even playing football for Manchester City at the moment, let alone our captain, because he's been in diabolical form. Kyle Walker, really, really bad form. He should not be in the Manchester City team. And I mean, that goal, Walker just watched it go into the back of the net. Didn't really offer anything to try and help City out. And that frustrated me. That really did frustrate me, Kyle Walker, on the goal. Diaz, I don't think there's much he can do in that situation once it got to there. I mean, the foul throw given against Bernardo Silva is a bit harsh, but that wasn't why we conceded. Alvarez pressing here. City's midfield is poor. I think that's our big issue this year. The midfield is really bad. Bernardo Silva's lost. I think Bernardo's in bad form at the moment as well, which is not helping. Ruben Diaz lumps it away. Back forward by Luton. Ruben Diaz lumps it away again and in behind for City. Locklear being pulled down. Or pulling down Alvarez. Kovacic goes and wins it. Luton back forward and all the way through to goalkeeper Edison. But Manchester City, where's the passion in this Manchester City side? Where's the hunger to win games? It feels like it's not there. It definitely feels like it's not there. Edison into Diaz. Diaz over to Walker. I mean, if Kyle Walker shoots from outside the box again, or just shoots a tall and goal again, I'd rip up his contract. That's how annoying it is when he shoots. Just should not kick the ball, Kyle Walker. Anywhere near the goal at any point, at any time. Ball forward here for Kyle Walker to chase down. Brown gets a head on it and heads it back to goalkeeper Kaminski. Why is Kyle Walker our most attacking player? He can't attack. He can't attack, but Pep won't put him in the back three because he can't use the build-up either. So what do we do with Kyle Walker here? What do we do with him? Oh, the right-backs at the club. If you want to play a right-back that bombs forward, go and sign one. Go and sign one. Long ball forward by Kaminski. Headed down by Diaz straight back to Luton. Amari Bell will watch it out for a throw in here. City are struggling. Just can't finish. Can't shoot. I don't think we're that bad in the first half. Luton scored a wonderful goal, by the way. The swing in from Townsend to the far post. Adebayo, literally right on top of Edison, heads it home. Very good goal by Luton, but so poor from Manchester City. Long ball away. Vardiol leaves it. Foot race with Giles. Vardiol there. Late one by Giles on Vardiol. Referee says play on. Edison into Diaz. Diaz for City. Phil Foden. Kyle Walker. Walker clips her into the middle towards Alvarez. It's a nice ball. Alvarez lets it run here. Through to Jack Grealish. Bad ball by Alvarez. Locklear chased down. Locklear still. Alvarez chasing him. Clipped away by the captain. Into Townsend. Beaten to it by Nathan Ake, as you know. Oh, Ake's done really well there. Kovacic. And back he goes to Ake. I think the midfield's a big issue. I think the signs of Kovacic and Matheus Nunes, unless Nunes starts playing really well and doesn't need a year to adapt. Losing Gundogan. Another's Ake with a poor pass there. Vardiol goes and wins it. Straight back to Doherty. The midfield's a big issue. Big issue. Here is Amari Bell. Lovely skill past Bernardo Silva. Space out wide for Giles here. Giles tries to clip one in off Kyle Walker. Behind for a corner for Luton. Kyle Walker very slow to get out there. Good play from Luton Town. Bernardo Silva, I think, is one of the worst players we've got at the moment. Playing very poorly. Very poorly. First corner there for Luton Town. All the big boys in there. Adebayo, Locklear. Luton could double the lead here. I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them. Goal scorer Adebayo in the box. One corner each. That shows, doesn't it? Luton's first corner of the game comes in the 48th minute. And City have only had one all game. Not that we ever score from corners anyway, because we don't know what we're doing. They scored a corner against Arsenal, didn't they? Luton in the last one. Swung in by Luton. Adebayo with a free header. City just get it away. Nakamba. That were close. Amari Bell clips her in behind to Giles here. It's a nice idea from Amari Bell. Unlucky there, Luton Town. I can't... I'm frustrated with Manchester City, but I can't fault the opposition. The Serbians, Aston Villa, I thought Aston Villa were fantastic against City. I think Luton have been good. They've done their job today. It was Nathan Ake who saved City there because Mengi's got a free header. More than Ake. But I think, you know, the teams that are beating City are playing well. Rodri forward here. Misses everyone. Locklear scuffs it upwards. Bernardo Silva miscontrols it. Barkley takes it down. City win it back. Rodri chases and back they go to the goalkeeper Kaminski. Bernardo Silva with poor control there. Just not his usual self, Bernardo Silva. At all. Long ball. Adebayo beaten to it by Diaz just. Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic for City. Brings it forward, Kovacic. Then goes backwards in the air. What does Kovacic offer? Walker skips past that Adebayo. Walker. Passing towards Alvarez. Back towards Grealish. Grealish for City. Jack Grealish. Taken down Grealish by Adebayo. Free kick Manchester City. Luton can moan all they want. That was a foul on Grealish. Adebayo. It's funny, isn't it, when the fans complain the players don't. Short to Grealish here. Jack Grealish for City. Locklear. Grealish spins him. Still going here, Grealish. Grealish. Rodri. Walker's the man in space on the far right-hand side. Rodri looks and sees Kyle Walker and says, no, I'm not passing it to him. Vardiol. Kovacic. Grealish. Good feet. Rodri. Foden. Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Diaz. Bad pass. Defended behind for a throw-in for City. Well, you've got to be careful how you take your throw-ins here because there might be a throw-in. Walker towards Bernardo Silva. Bernardo back to Walker. Can he cross it, Walker? Big cross in. Vardiol attacked it. Couldn't get there. Kovacic takes it off Andros Townsend. And back he goes towards Nathan Ake. Was it? Doherty's had a bit of one on the back of the head here. As Walker fizzed the cross in from the right-hand side. Vardiol, when it really did attack it, the defender. It was a big cross from Walker. A hefty cross. I don't think it's a great cross, to be honest with you. But Vardiol goes in for the header. I don't think he even touches Doherty's head here. I might be wrong. No. Doherty heads it away and then goes down pretending he's got a head injury. Nothing in it. Doherty pretends there's a head injury to try and slow the game down. Well, I don't blame him, but there's no head injury in there. It's just a ball that hits him on the top of the head. Frustrating. Doherty walks off here. And it looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to have to do a concussion test, I think. But I think he'll be okay. So City back in the ball here with Nathan Ake. Here's Diaz. Kovacic. Ball by Kovacic over to Rodri. Headed away by Giles. Taken down by Bernardo Silva. Wide to Kyle Walker. Walker crosses it in. It's not a bad cross by Walker, actually, for once. But it's just... Walker crosses it with so much pace that no one can ever actually get the foot on it. So Rodri does get a little toe on it, but it's fizzed at him too hard by Walker. Why does he have to cross it so hard? I don't get it. Poor. Throwing for Luton. Doherty to take it. Taking his time here, Doherty, on the throw-in. Doherty still takes his time. Thrown in. Headed away by Vardiol. Back out by Mengi. Down to Ruben Diaz. Chased by Brown. Diaz just lumps it away. Vardiol against Townsend. Vardiol gets his head on it. Townsend lumps it in behind towards Adebayo. Against Nathan Ake. Adebayo's a big boy, but he couldn't beat Ake to that one. Ake used his body well there. Diaz for City. Diaz clips from behind to Phil Foden for him to chase against Amari Bell. Bell beats Foden to it. No pace in this Manchester City side. Locklear dispossessed by Alvarez. Good play from Julian. Locklear. Giles deflects it behind for nearly a throw-in. It is a throw-in for City. The ball did go out of play. Rodri. Kovacic. Onto Ake. Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Grealish. Up against Brown. Grealish and Townsend. Grealish past Townsend. Grealish still. Grealish. Throws a leg out on Grealish there. Grealish still. Out to Kovacic. Rodri. City just don't know what they're doing. Rodri wide to Vardiol. Looks to cross it, decides against it. Vardiol. Kovacic. Rodri. Well, we've got no big boys in the box to hit on a cross anyway. Rodri back out to Kovacic. Good play from Kovacic, actually. Good feet. Back into Grealish, who spins. Mengi here. No free kick. Referee says get back up. Luton counter. Ball in behind. Dealt with by Ake. Here's Ake. Kovacic. Rodri. Bad touch, but still gets it in towards Bernardo Silva. Grealish leaves it for Phil Foden here. Foden spins on it. Foden. Got Kyle Walker to the right of him. City seem very intent on not giving it the captain on the right-hand side because they just don't know what he's going to do with it. Grealish. Grealish for City. Cross to Rodri. Rodri still. Wide to Walker. Tries to cross it, Walker. Does he know? Because he can't cross it. Back out to Diaz. This is terrible from City. Rodri. Foden. Foden goes down. He gets a free kick there. That wasn't a foul. The other one looked like more of a foul on Jack Grealish. But a free kick to City now. Phil Foden taken down by Marvels in the camera on the edge of the box here. It is a foul by Nakamba, there's no doubt about that. He doesn't get the ball at all. Poor by City. Just can't seem to get anything with it. So Alvarez and Bernardo over this one. Alvarez is good on set pieces, isn't he? So, just maybe. Just maybe. Here we go. Free kick. Alvarez over it. So is Bernardo Silva. Kaminsky to beat. Can City put this one away? Bernardo Silva, Alvarez, and if Kyle Walker takes this one, I'll end the stream. That's how much I don't want. Yeah, he's walked away from it, Walker, thankfully. Bernardo or Alvarez. This is a great position for City to score here. Alvarez! Oh, deflects away. Behind for a corner. Poor free kick from Alvarez. Never going in. Never going in. Corner for Manchester City. Alvarez to take it. Here's Julian. City 1-0 down against Luton. And we're 56 minutes into the second half. Alvarez in. To the far post to Rodri down. Ake's in there. Shoot. Nakamba acrobatic clearance away. Rodri heads it forward. Locklear off his leg here. Barkley picks it up. Clears it away, Barkley. And Walker in a foot race with Andros Townsend. Walker goes back towards goalkeeper Ederson. Come on, City. Well, I don't see us scoring one. So we'd have to score 2 to win this game. And that's if we don't concede again, considering how poor our defence is. Rodri. Well, Everton have started taking the lead against Chelsea. It's Abdoulaye Doucouré. Well, I'll tell you what, Everton, without that minus 10 points, would be really doing well in the table. Bernardo Silva under pressure from Locklear, who's pulled Bernardo down. It's a free kick for Manchester City, and his arms around Bernardo Silva here, Locklear. And the yellow card's coming out for Nakamba now for holding the ball, not giving it back. Well, it serves you right, Luton. Just give us the ball back. You did it all the first half, and they got away with it. Nakamba there, holding the ball, not letting Phil Foden get it to restart the game. And he will miss the next match now against Bournemouth. Marvellous Nakamba for that yellow card. A silly one from the midfielder. Diaz to Ake. Grealish. Jack Grealish from Manchester City. Over to Ruben Diaz. Wide to Walker. Rodri's made a run, but he's offside here. Oh, Walker can't pass anyway, so what does it matter? Kovacic into Grealish. To the back of him comes Mengi. Free kick Manchester City. Another foul on Jack Grealish here from Luton Town. Another one the referee just says, yeah, it's okay, play on. Ake is saying, let me get into the box here. Let's swing a ball in here. Let's get some of the bigger boys in the box. Try and score from a set piece, which is unlikely for Manchester City usually. Get Kyle Walker an absolute country mile away from this set piece. He's going across as if he wants to take this. Get him away from it. Don't let him take a thing. Don't let him shoot either from the edge of the box. Bernardo swings one in. Into Ake! Ake defended away. Back to Ruben Diaz off the crossbar. What a crap finish from Diaz. Off the bar by Diaz. Ake took it down the box and Diaz hits the crossbar. Rodri. And Rodri slices it wide for a goal kick for Luton. Well, VAR are looking at a possible handball here. Ake's onside. No, it hits his body, Jacob Brown. And then Diaz hits the crossbar. Terrible finish from Diaz. Why is he leaning back so much Diaz, when he hits that there? What is he leaning back for, Ruben Diaz, there? What is he... I think the Kaminsky say, why is Diaz leaning back so much? Throwing Manchester City. Walker to take it. On this far right hand side near the halfway line. Back he goes to Ruben Diaz. Diaz for City. Diaz. Into Kyle Walker. Walker, fouled by Brown here. Walker puts it back down. Rodri short to Kovacic. Away from Adebayo. Kovacic fouled. Kovacic keeps going here. Into Jack Grealish. Grealish for City. Across to Rodri. Back to Ake. Into Kovacic. Good play. Turn, Kovacic. Come on, City. We need... Did they feel like... Did they know that they need to score here, Manchester City? It feels like we're winning 1-0 and that's why we're playing. We're just playing with the ball here. 1-0 up. Walker. Into Grealish. Pushed here by the Luton player. Referee gives nothing. Jack Grealish looks around. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Score update again. Fulham have made it 4-0 against West Ham. Wow. Fulham 4, West Ham 0, and they beat Spurs. Walker. Walker. What are you doing? Walker into Rodri. There's just no movement from City here in the attacking line. Move, somebody. Stand and look at each other. Vardiol. Kovacic. Foden. Back to Kovacic. Rodri. In space. Walker. Into Rodri. Heavy touch by Rodri. Takes it away from Barkley. Rodri. Rodri for City. Rodri. Rodri! Down the box here. Shot here from City. Bernardo Silva scores. Good finish from Bernardo. 1-1. Rodri dribbles it into the box. Rodri gets into the box here. He goes to pass it. He's taken down. Bernardo Silva on the left foot. Bends it to the far corner. Good finish past Kaminski. Well, good play from Rodri here. Rodri dribbles it all the way into the box. He's flattened by Locklear. And it comes back to Bernardo Silva who bends it in. Kyle Walker was fouled as well by Brown on the far side as well. Pulled Kyle Walker down by the shirt. Rodri takes it into the box and Bernardo Silva finishes it off. Good play from Rodri. Pushing City forward. Captain material from Rodri. A lovely finish from Bernardo Silva. City equalise at 1-1 now. Come on, City. Back level with Luton Town. And there's an injury here for Locklear, the captain for Luton. Well, as Rodri dribbled through, Locklear put his foot in. He did tackle Rodri. Tackled it straight into the path of Bernardo Silva from the right side of the box. Bent it into the far corner. It's a brilliant finish from Bernardo Silva, by the way. Brilliant finish. How is that not a foul, says Locklear. It's never a foul, you utter moron. It's a 50-50. Locklear tackles Rodri. And in the meantime, they both clatter into each other. I don't know how Luton want a free kick for that. Come on, City. 1-1. Let's get back into this now, Manchester City. Brilliant by Rodri, by the way. Getting the ball out. Getting the game out of Scruffy's net, Rodri, and saying, listen, right, I'm a holding midfielder. I'm going to dribble through all of you and try and score here. Ball forward and away by Rodri. Nakamba. City pressing again. Doherty's going to have to go back to goalkeeper Kaminski here, but he's under pressure here. A good ball in towards Mengi. Alvarez chases. Mengi goes back to Kaminski. City have got a bit of life about them now. Kaminski under pressure from Alvarez. Second half, City have had 5 shots, 1 on target. Luton have not had a single shot at all yet. Or a touch in our box. Long and away by Amari Bell. Walker wins the header against Brown. Up again, Adebayo against Diaz. Diaz gets a foot in. Brown takes it down and Rodri's there across to win it off him. And Rodri back to goalkeeper Ederson. Here's Ederson for Manchester City. Diaz. Bad ball by City. Oh, City win it back here. Foden through to Alvarez. City running again here. Alvarez across the box to Grealish at the far post. He's missed it. Jack Grealish! And Manchester City from behind take the lead. And it's Jack Grealish at the far post. Bobbles through to him. I thought Mengi would have stopped it, but he didn't do. Well done, City. Well, there could be a handball in here. VR will check it. The middle of the park, there's a possible handball. Have to see it again. It bobbled around and Jack Grealish scores for City at the far post. Good finish by Jack Grealish. Well, what happened was, Alvarez defended it well. It came off the face of Alvarez, not his hand. The face of Alvarez hits the jaw of the Argentinian. Locklear, they think it's a handball. It's not. It's the jaw of Alvarez. Foden picks it up, plays it down the line to Alvarez. And Alvarez sent it to the far post. A mistake by Mengi and Jack Grealish at the far post to roll it in. And it's not handball. It hits the jaw of Julian Alvarez. Luton can moan all they want. It hits the jaw of Alvarez. The jaw. And Manchester City 2-1 in front now. Great finish by Grealish at the far post. Never thought I'd say that. Through the legs of Kaminsky. Really good finish by Jack. And City now lead by 2-1 against Luton. Turn it around against the side that led at half-time. It was not handball, Luton. You can say it's handball if you want. It hits the jaw of Julian Alvarez. It does not hit the hand. And Pep Guardiola is pointing to the face. He's showing the fourth official and the Luton Town players and the stand and so on. Everyone that it was the face of Alvarez it touched. So City score and make it 2-1. City back in front. Doherty. Luton a bit of life about them again. Into the stomach of Phil Foden. Ross Barkley. Swung one to the far post here. Walker's getting it quickly out to Giles, which he does do. Giles back towards Amari Bell. Bernardo Silva can't win it back. Bell. Giles, bad touch. Kyle Walker wins it back and into it. It's a terrible pass by Walker. And he's set Luton Town up here, has he nearly? Here's Adebayo. Away from Diaz. Good tackling by Kovacic. But Kyle Walker with a shocking pass. He can moan at his City players all he wants. A terrible pass by Walker. Brown flicks into Adebayo, who gets the strength around Diaz. And just in there, Kovacic gets a foot in to stop Luton from making it 2-2. Adebayo has been a real handful for City today, and I suspect he will be again from this set piece. Corner for Luton to take. Manchester City have got to be careful. We need 3 or 4 here to even have a chance of winning this one, because I feel like they'd score again. Doherty in. Headed away by Diaz. Ake away from Locklear. Mengi down to Townsend. Andros Townsend. How do we score 2 goals in a few minutes? Is Isaac? Well, City came out really well. A good Bernardo Silva finished the far corner after Rodri dribbled all the way into the box. And then an also really good goal from Jack Grealish. Alvarez, wonderful pressing. Found by Phil Foden then on the rebound. As he deflected to him. And he played it right through to the far post of Grealish, who tapped it in. Barkley away from Phil Foden. Ross Barkley past Kovacic. Ross Barkley! Oh, terrible shot. Scuffs it wide. And Rodri is going absolutely crazy at the Manchester City midfield here. Foden lets Barkley go past him. So does Kovacic so easily. And Rodri goes crazy at Kovacic and Phil Foden. As he should do. Rodri absolutely tearing into Phil Foden here. And Kovacic for letting Ross Barkley just walk past him. City to make a change. It's John Stones for City. Well, John Stones is coming on. And Josh Gvardiol's coming off for City. And he's taking too long about it, they say. Gvardiol off, Stones on. Ake soon will go to left back, and Diaz and Stones will partner the back. Here comes John Stones for Manchester City now. Rob Edwards of Luton Town, the manager, is looking at making changes for his side as well. In deep discussion. 2-1 to the referee, shouts to Luton fans. What idiots. What idiots. The ref's been terrible for both sides, but we'll see how it goes. Kovacic, Stones. The two goals were not fouls. There was not a foul on Locklear, and there was not a handball on Alvarez, so what they want. Foden here, can't control it. Going in there for a tackle, Phil Foden. And he's gone down on the ankle now, Phil Foden. Walker with a tackle on Brown. Referee plays on Adebayo. Little nutmeg on Walker. Diaz slides in and makes a really good challenge. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo taken down by Brown. Free kick Manchester City, and Phil Foden is still down here in the centre. Put his foot in for a tackle, and he seems to hurt himself, Phil Foden. Not exactly sure what happened here. Jacob Brown here. Oh, 2 feet by the Luton player. It's a 2-footed challenge on Phil Foden. Well, the Luton player comes in with 2 feet and nearly breaks the ankle of Phil Foden here. 2 feet off the ground. Flies in for the challenge. This is a red card. 2 feet and nearly breaks the ankle of Phil Foden here by Brown. Both feet leave the ground. Both feet leave the ground of the Luton player. 2 feet off the ground. Studs down the ankle of Phil Foden. That could be a red card. They're checking it, but I think that's a red card. That is a horrible challenge by Brown. He comes in with 2 feet over the top of the ball. That should be a red card. Well, the decision's play on. Decision is play on. I've just seen a player do a 2-footed challenge with 2 feet off the ground, down a player's ankle, and get told to play on. How is that not a red card? Diaz into Adebayo, City. Kyle Walker making stupid mistakes again at the back. And it's a goal kick for Manchester City. But how he stayed in the field there, Brown, I don't know. Two feet off the ground by Jacob Brown. That should be a red card on Phil Foden, but he gets away with one there. Well, at least we know we can give him one back if that's what they were saying. So let's go in with 2 feet, Phil Foden on Jacob Brown. We'll break his ankle and say, well, you know, you've just set the threshold now. You know, the FA has. That's not a red card apparently anymore. 2 feet, 2-footed tackles are no longer a red card. We should all start doing them more often. Let's bring them back. Well, they're going to make a double change here, Luton. Off comes Nakamba for Arsenal loanee Sambi Lokonga. And Andros Townsend is off for Morris, another big physical centre-forward for Manchester City to deal with. Edison goes long from the goal kick. All the way straight through to Kaminski. All the way into his box. Too heavy from Edison, that one. Clear as anything. Luton throw it out to Locklear. Lokonga. Back to Locklear. Alvarez in on him. Long by Luton. Adebayo can't take it down. It's a throw into Manchester City. Big man unlucky there. Throws it to Nathan Ake. Well, City have had 16 shots to Luton's 3, but it's still only 2-1. Sums it up for Manchester City at the moment, doesn't it? Thrown in towards Locklear, who's got his arms all over Grealish. No free kick. Foul by City. Free kick Luton. And Rodri's going to get a yellow card here. So Rodri gets a yellow card for his 3rd foul of the game. But the player who just 2-footed Phil Foden doesn't even get one. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. 6th yellow card of the season for Rodri. All over top. Foden. Oh, Kyle Walker with an absolute header of terrible. I don't know what to say about Kyle Walker. He's been so bad. Here's Ross Barkley running through the midfield here. Pressed by Kovacic off the chest of Grealish. And they get it wide here. Chance for Luton. Doherty. To the centre to Barkley. Ross Barkley. Rodri's there with him. Good tackle by Kovacic. City picking up with Alvarez here. Could be a counter. Alvarez. Julian. Wide to Bernardo Silva. Brown in for a challenge here. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo still going here. Brown wins it off him. Does he know? Bernardo keeps it. Giles makes the challenge. Throwing Manchester City on the far side. On this right hand side. Kyle Walker comes across to take it. Well, as it stands, 75% of you guys are right. I think there was a 3-1 prediction, wasn't there? So City score again. That would be 3-1. Walker back to Diaz. And back onto the centre circle to John Stones. His centre-back partner now is Nathan Ake. Has gone to left-back. Stones. Diaz. Diaz into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo taken down. Free kick Manchester City. Bernardo taken down by Lokonga. That was a bit of a cheap foul, that really. I didn't think there was much in it, but Bernardo seems to have hurt himself, actually, as he limps away. Playing 12 men, says Andrew. Well, there's 3 on VAR. It feels like more than 12, doesn't it? I don't understand how that's not a red card, but there you are. That's how it goes sometimes. Usually against Manchester City, it feels like, but every club would say that, wouldn't they, I suppose? So City with a free kick here. Alvarez and Bernardo Silva over it. Chance to swing one in towards the likes of Stones, Diaz, Rodri, Ake. In there. Alvarez a right-footed swing in. So not a bad cross here. Kaminski punched away. Kovacic on the volley. Deflects away, and there's an offside apparently in there, says the linesman. There's a free kick to Luton. Someone's gone too early, whether it's Rodri or Diaz, I don't know. Free kick Luton. Well, Pep's got a lot to think about, hasn't he? Because his side just aren't at it at the moment. Just really aren't at it at the moment. Kaminski to take the throw in for Luton Town. Oh, the free kick, sorry. Wide left towards Amari Bell. Onto Giles, pressing from Bernardo Silva. Giles into centre to Barkley. Back it goes to Bell. And in towards Kaminski. Kaminski out to the wide area towards Doherty, who's taking it well there. Doherty skips inside here. Doherty. Left-footed slam forward here to Morris. It's a good ball. Morris chases and gets onto it, the big man. Morris. Up against Diaz one-on-one. Morris. Diaz blocks it right behind for a throw-in. Well done. Diaz gets across there. With VAR playing 16 men, says Andrew there. That's more like it. Feels like it, doesn't it? This ref's been useless at times. I like how the Luton fans are singing 2-1 to the referee when any contentious decision has all gone their way. Kovacic here can't be beaten by Doherty, who's kept it in. Rodri beats Adebayo to it. It's out for a throw-in. No, Grealish keeps it in. Alvarez. Julian beaten to it by Mengi. Good strength. Alvarez back in there. Adebayo, lovely skill. Run at City. Ake against Adebayo. Ake gets it away. Well done, Nathan Ake there. He's a real handful, Adebayo. Kovacic into Bernardo Silva. Gives it away. It's so stupid. It was Alvarez, actually. Terrible pass from Alvarez. Ross Barkley. Rodri across. Barkley still. Wide towards Giles. Across the box here. Bernardo reads it. Well done, Rodri. Under pressure from Brown. Rodri forward to Phil Foden. Who could turn forward here. Phil decides against it. I don't know why. Foden still going. Foden well played. Into Rodri. Kovacic. Kovacic well played. Kovacic pulled down by the waist here. That's going to be a yellow card for the Luton player. And it is a yellow card for the Luton player. Pulled down Mateo Kovacic by the waist as they didn't want to chase him. It is Doherty who receives the yellow card there. The fullback, or the wing-back. Alfie Doherty there, he had no intention of playing the ball there. Two arms around the waist of Kovacic, the shoulders of Kovacic, and made sure Kovacic was going nowhere on the counter as he just got over the halfway line. Free kick Manchester City to be taken by Ruben Diaz. Diaz takes his time. Well, goals in the 76th minute plus. City and Luton both have got 9. Diaz into Alvarez. Nice touch by Julian and then just drops the floor, Alvarez. Ake goes in to win it. Brilliant. Ake for City. Ake wide to Grealish. Come on, kill this game off, City. Jack Grealish. Grealish. Clips in the far post. Bernardo Silva. Headed away by Giles behind for a corner. Unlucky. I think Grealish has been quite good today, actually. Quite good today, Jack Grealish at times. His finishing's a bit poor, but he did well to finish the chance. He's given us the lead. Corner ball. Captain Locklear wants a free kick for nothing again here. Alvarez takes the corner short. Foden back to Alvarez. Edge of the box to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Onto what? Do not let Walker cross it. Walker crosses it in. Onto the head of Ake. Diaz in there. Heads it away. Doherty misses it. Bernardo Silva on the volley. Handball, say City. I don't think it was. They play on. Alvarez back to Rodri. Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic takes his time. Rodri. Foden. Foden wide to Grealish on this left-hand side. Jack Grealish for City. Grealish. Into Rodri. City taking the time. Back into Foden. Oh, Phil Foden gives it straight back to Luton there. Then he goes and makes a really good challenge to win it back. Alvarez here. Alvarez shoots! Just over the bar by Alvarez. Strike from quite a way out there, Alvarez from range. Phil Foden give it away with a poor pass, but he slid in on Barkley. Won it back with a wonderful sliding challenge. Alvarez has a shot. Does it hit the fingertips of Kaminski? I don't think so. Back they go to Locklear here at Luton. Locklear long and up towards the big boys up top. Nathan Ake against Adebayo. Headed away by John Stones. Down by Grealish. Rodri can't get there. Luton have it back. Ross Barkley takes his time here. Barkley. Switch of play to the far post here to Brown. Walker's got 2 to mark here. Giles flicks over Walker's head towards Brown. Tackled by Bernardo Silva. It's a corner for Luton. Corner for Luton. Here come Luton. Chance from a set piece now on the corner. To be taken by Luton. A chance to swing a big one in. Can they? Can they score here, Luton? Adebayo, Morris, Sambi Lakonga. Some big boys in there for Luton. Swung in. Headed away by Ruben Diaz. Controlled by Doherty. Stayed in. Just Doherty onto his right foot. No, back out to Giles. Another swinging by Giles here. Mateo Kovacic easily away. And City can get out now. Here's Sambi Lokonga. Long ball. Headed by Diaz. Walker takes it down comfortably. Well done, Kyle Walker. Doherty will press. That's good control by Walker. Clips it forward here. Towards Jack Grealish. Lockley out to win it. Down to Foden. Alvarez. Phil Foden. Jack Grealish. Lockley gets a foot in on Grealish. Very physical defending by Locklear today. Walker under pressure from Brown. Walker's lost it. Rodri keeps it in fantastically. Rodri. Lovely feet. Phil Foden. Clips one into Grealish, who decides not to run, and Lockley's got one thing in his mind, it's to go for Jack Grealish. Grealish and Lockley are getting a bit of a physical battle here, because Lockley every time forgets the ball and just goes for Grealish. Ball over the top here by Luton. Chased by Doherty. Against Stones, down by the line, Stones blocks it away, Bernardo wins it back. Foden. Rodri for City. City look to work their way forward now. Rodri. Foden. Kovacic. Here's Mateo Kovacic. Back towards Diaz. Walker. Luton have got 10 minutes or so to try and get away back into this one. Alvarez. Back to Bernardo Silva. Nice ball into Kovacic by Bernardo. Kovacic gets there. Lovely flick by Kovacic past Locklear. Handball by Locklear, is it? Referee plays on Locklear under pressure. Runs it out for a throw into Manchester City. Struggling near the centre-back. Kovacic unlucky there. He's not been that bad today, Mateo Kovacic, I don't think. Man City are going to make another change here. Mateusz Nunes is coming on for Mateo Kovacic. So he's been good today, Kovacic, actually. I don't think he's been that bad, actually. He's not Ilkay Gundogan, and that's what we've got to remember. I think we hold him to too high of a standards. But off comes Mateo Kovacic to replace by Mateusz Nunes. Well, Mateusz Nunes now has got to show his quality, hasn't he? Big chance for him to impress now, defensively and offensively. Bernardo Silva, thrown down towards Alvarez, holds it in the corner flag here. Alvarez takes it down the byline. Off Alvarez, goal kick for Luton, unlucky there, Alvarez. Tried his best, didn't he? Tried his best down that far side, tried to run it down the byline to Heath Chong, who came on and scored a late one against Liverpool not too long ago. Ex-Manchester United winger, this one will be coming on for Luton Town. Lokonga across to Amari Bell. Bell on the left-hand side. To Giles. Lost it to Mateusz Nunes. Good win by Mateusz Nunes. Into Foden. Round the corner towards Alvarez. Mateusz Nunes keeps chasing it. Lockley is there. Takes down Mateusz Nunes. No free kick. Advantage played or whatever. The referee says no free kick for Mateusz Nunes there. Beat Lockley to it felt like. Slammed into. Pep Guardiola laughs it. Laughs away. Laughs it off. I think he can't understand why it's not been given. Slammed into Mateusz Nunes by Lockley. And here comes to Heath Chong now. The number 26 of Luton Town. I think the 26 is Giles, is it? So they take off fullback Giles and bring on to Heath Chong. Will we see Doherty go to the left and Chong go to the right? Will we see Chong down this far left-hand side? He's coming down this left-hand side, Chong. Adebayo. Up against Stones. Gives it away to Mateusz Nunes here. Into Phil Foden, who can't get there, unfortunately. Locklear holds off Phil Foden and flattens him. Well, he's done that time and time again today, Locklear. Likes to do everything off the ball. Doesn't like to do things on the ball, but off the ball, he likes to put his body in. Bell. Long by Bell. Into Morris. Onto Adebayo, he's offside here. He's very clearly offside there, Adebayo. And it's a free kick to Manchester City. They looked an absolute country mile offside there, the big man up top. For Rob Edwards' side. 84 minutes on the clock. Luton Town have got 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes with added time to get back into this one. Ruben Diaz sends it long up towards Mateusz Nunes, who's made a run here. Mateusz Nunes unlucky not to take it down, but he's still fighting for it. Brown kicks it out of play to throw into Manchester City. Well done, says Pep Guardiola. Brown's down on his knees, holding his ankle. Well, he shouldn't even be on the field, Brown, so I hope he is injured after that disgusting challenge on Foden. Oh, he's got a little stand on him, Jacob Brown, there from Mateusz Nunes. That'll be a sore one for the man who should be off the field on a red card. Well, the referee offered his arm there to Brown to get up and help him up. And he stayed, and he stayed on the floor. He's getting up slowly. To throw in Manchester City. Well, he did get stood on by Matheus Nunes after he'd already flopped on the floor, trying to win a cheap free kick. And the fact that he got stood on, he's probably deserved after his tackle on Phil Foden, isn't it? What goes around comes around, they say. Rodri into Foden. Foden to Matheus Nunes, who turns. He can't turn on it. To Doherty at the far post. Grealish pressing. Back to Kaminski. Long and away by Kaminski. Won by Nathan Ake and down to Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Back out to Ake. Good play by Ake. Ake. Still Ake coming forward here. Ake. Taken down by Lokonga. No free kick. Took the legs of Nathan Ake and no free kick at all. Well, we might as well just kick Adebayo over now. Because that wasn't a... Nathan Ake goes past the Luton man who just takes his legs. The ref says, oh, throw in. Do not understand it from the ref. I do not understand the refereeing today. Well, Roy Hodgson said, didn't he, after the Crystal Palace game, he understands that when he does leave the game, being at the age he is, that when he does leave the game, he's not really going to miss out on much because the refereeing's so bad. Ake with a really bad crossing, straight into the hands of Kaminski. Kaminski looking to send it long. Throws it out to Amari Bell on this far side. Foden seems to have come out to the right-hand side now. To Heath Chong. Chong turning right into trouble with Rodri and Walker. Chong just drops the deck there under the physicality of Rodri. Well, it's not a free kick when they do it to Nathan Ake, is it? Terrible refereeing here. The consistency is not there. Given away by Barkley to Grealish. Bernardo Silva. Chased by Mengi. Bernardo still. Lifts it forward here. Chased by Alvarez. Alvarez chases after it ahead of Doherty. Doherty flicks it off Alvarez for a goal kick. Why is Grealish gone backwards there? If he just plays it to the right of him, he's got so many options. But instead he goes back to Bernardo Silva. But I don't know how that was a foul by Roger, but not a foul on Ake. I don't know. Very inconsistent today, the ref. Deflected off Bernardo Silva, throwing to Manchester City here. Mengi plays it out. Ake to take it. Ake wants players a little bit closer so he can throw it into them. Ake sends it long in behind towards Matheus Nunes. Deflects off the Luton player again. It's another throw in for Manchester City. Well done. Matheus Nunes using his body there. And it's a throw into Manchester City. And Nathan Ake, he's taking his time. Calvin Phillips on the bench looking pretty sad because he's not got on the field again today. He's only started one game this season. Calvin Phillips will be leaving the club in January. I think that is very much expected. Here's Jack Grealish for City in the near the corner flag. Grealish. Taken out late there, Grealish. Jack Grealish goes across to have a word with the Luton player. A late one on Grealish by Doherty. Doherty wants to talk with Grealish there. Well, Calvin Phillips, they keep showing him. Looking on the field. Not getting on the pitch. I mean, he's gone 2 seasons without playing football, Phillips, hasn't he, nearly now? He has to go. He didn't play. Well, he's gone 3 seasons because he didn't even play last season at Leeds because he was always injured. Free kick Manchester City. Well, Adebayo and Lokonga are way too close there, referee. Here's Grealish. Takes it to the byline. Grealish. Grealish. In towards Alvarez. So goal kick, they say. City can't keep it in the corner flag. I don't know why we're keeping it in the corner flag against Luton Town. And there's going to be another substitution here. And it's going to be Luton Town. And the number 4 and the captain, Locklear, is going to leave the field here. And he is set to be replaced by number 18 for Luton Town, I think it is. And coming onto the field is this man here. I'd be lying if I said I knew who he was. Jordan Clark comes on, so a midfielder. So they've gone to a 4 in midfield now, haven't they? 4 at the back, 4 in midfield, 2 up top, Luton. 4-4-2. And immediately play a big long ball forward, which is won by Morris against Diaz. Diaz beaten to it. Morris the chance. Free kick to Luton for a handball by Diaz in a great position. Big mistake by Diaz. Hit the hand that he has on the way through. And chance for Luton now. Fulham are now 5-0 up against West Ham United. And there's 6 added minutes here at Kenilworth Road. 6 added minutes here. So good 6 minutes for Luton to score, certainly. Good chance. Everton still lead by 1 goal to 0 against Everton. And they're into the 90th minute. Fulham 5, West Ham United 0. And it's Manchester City 2, Luton 1 here. Ross Barkley over it with Doherty. Good chance here. Doherty swings one in to the far post here. Headed away by Nathan Ake. Behind for a corner for Luton. Manchester City have got some defending to do here. A lot of defending to do here, Manchester City. Come on. Doherty comes across to it. Come on, Luton. Rings around the stadium here. Cross to come in. Swung in by Doherty. Edison misses it. Brown hits it the wrong way. Chong hits it into a City player right in front of the back line. City clear it away towards Brown. And lets it go behind for a corner. Rodri is going absolutely mad at his defence here. Absolutely mad. It's the elbow of Grealish, like... Well, I don't even know if it's the elbow of Grealish. It's the body of Jack Grealish. Nothing given, no penalty, right decision. Another corner here. Cross comes in. Beautiful cross away by Ake. Here's Mengi. Plays it out towards Lokonga. Back. Luton to swing a couple of balls in. Swung it on in here. Headed away by Alvarez. Only as far as Doherty. And it's out for another throw-in. Out for a throw-in. Throwing to be taken. The referee's stopping it. Substitution for City. Manu Akanji is going to come on for City. Phil Foden off. Manu Akanji on. City parking the bus now. City parking the bus. Foden off. Manu Akanji on. 5 at the back for City themselves now. As they look to hang on. Chelsea have had a glorious chance right at the end, but Nicholas Jackson's missed the sitter. Not surprised by that. Luton play it short. Barkley. Matheus Nunes goes and wins it. Off the Luton player. It's a throw in Manchester City's way. And it's given. Come on, City. We need to hang on now. Bernardo Silva's getting the man of the match. I don't understand that. I think I'd give it to someone else. I wouldn't give it to Bernardo Silva. I thought Grealish has been better than Bernardo Silva today. But shots-wise, ranking a lot of things, he's come top. Headed away by Luton behind for a throw into City. 93 minutes already on the clock now. City approaching that 96th minute. Everton have scored again. Lewis Dobbin has come on and scored for Everton. 2-0 against Chelsea. What a job Sean Dyche is doing there. They'd be above Chelsea by about 4 points. Rodri heads it forward towards the corner flag and out for a throw-in. Rodri's telling his team to get forward here. Hem Luton in. Keep them back. Ball forward. Walker's lost his man. Diaz against Morris. Free kick Luton's way. And it weren't there, Ross Barkley. Matheus Nunes standing on it. Score update on Sky Sports is the confirmation of the Everton goal. Chelsea 0, Everton 2. Lewis Dobbin. Brilliant from Everton. They're onto something, aren't they? Playing a different style of football sometimes to the rest of the league. A very competitive league this year. Grealish goes down. Referee gives nothing. Mengi clips one in here into the hands of Edison, who drops on it. And you stay on that floor, Eddie. Do not get up. Poor cross by Mengi. I think City are going to scrape their way to victory over Luton Town here today. 1-0 down at half-time. Manchester City with just over 1:30 to go. Handball by Mengi. Free kick Manchester City. Off the bounced up. And Mengi handballs it. It's a free kick City. City will take their time here. Akanji, Ake, Stones, Diaz, Walker, Rodri, all in that City back line now. 95 minutes on the clock as we count down the final seconds and minutes of this game. Alvarez clips it in towards the corner flag. And now City want to press. City just kick it away purposefully. Ake forward. Grealish heads it. Down for Alvarez. Lumped away by the opposition. It's a throw into Manchester City. Bernardo holds them off. Taken by Ake, who takes his time. City, time wasted against Luton Town. Luton fans close by, aren't they, in that stand, shouting at Nathan Ake now. Ake towards the corner flag to Grealish. Pulled away, Grealish. It's going to be a goal kick here. Grealish pushes Mengi in the process. 10 seconds remain here. Pep Guardiola telling his side to stay up the field. City can come away with a win. Well, 96 minutes have been played now. How long's the referee going to play? Lokonga. Bell. Referee plays on. Amari Bell into Tahith Chong here. In behind Mateus Nunes. Chance for Doherty. Tackle by Rodri. Corner. 96 minutes played, but the referee plays on. Corner Luton Town. The referee continues to play on. He's waiting for Luton to score. Goalkeeper Kaminski comes up here. Cross comes in from Luton. Away by City at the near post. Out to Heath Chong in the far corner. On his left foot, swings it in. Ederson into the hands. The grateful hands of Ederson. And Ederson lumps one into the stands here. Manchester City come away with a big 2-1 win against Luton. It feels like a big one in terms of how much Manchester City have had to really fight in these recent weeks. Back to winning ways after 4. Pep Guardiola and Rob Edwards have a nice talk at the end of the game. City win. I don't think anyone predicted 2-1. 76% of you guys are right. Manchester City come away 2-1 winners over Luton Town. It's been a tough one, but we've come away with it. Well done, City, actually, in the end. Coming back from 1-0 down. We fought back. Jack Grealish is my man of the match. I thought he was fantastic on that left-hand side. Grealish worked very hard, and he scored the winning goal as well that got City the win. Luton Town, credit to them, they played pretty well. And in that first half, you thought they might just nick it. But Manchester City came out in the second half and did their best they could do. And City come away with a 2-1 win. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday for Manchester City against Crvena Zvezda, Red Star Belgrade, or whatever their official name is. As I throw my phone accidentally across the room here. So we will be back for that one. Another live here on the channel. Don't forget to be here. Join us with the game. I will be doing commentary again. Thanks for watching. Big win for City. I'm going to go and relax now before we see Spurs against Newcastle, which should be a big one. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you to everyone for joining. It's Haaland, and here in career mode, City have won the lot. Rodri on the chance! Goal in the final by Rodri! Jude Bellingham will not be coming to Manchester City. We are Premier League champions. City FC are champions. Series based on the World Cup with music videos, football and more. Get your official City FC merchandise. Join us as we explore historic Europe and football.